to ensure that the PPEs that were produced was of the highest standard that will be achieved.
West Pokot County is yet to report any case of the virus. Finally, parents in Samburu County have been urged to take the primary role in protecting their children against predators impregnating teenage girls. Samburu East Member of Parliament Jackson Lekumotare says parents are largely to be blamed for the increasing cases of teenage pregnancies at the county.
Wazazi kila siku wanalaumu walimu. Wanasema walimu hawafanyi. Mbona nyinyi sasa mnalia wakati watoto wako nyumbani?
The government has warned music artists against using vulgar content, which has seen rising cases of delinquency in the country in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. ICT, Innovation and Youth Affairs Chief Administrative Secretary Nadia Abdallah urged artists to embrace clean content and champion for moral values and national aspirations as enshrined in the Constitution. The CS was speaking in Kitui during the groundbreaking ceremony of a 25 million shilling studio Mashinani project.
The government's move to revive the once vibrant Studio Mashinani initiative is on top gear, with Kitui County becoming the latest region to have the facility resuscitated. Ministry of ICT officials who were on the ground for the project had a taste of what to expect from the local artists. Speaking during the occasion, ICT, Innovation and Youth Affairs Chief Administrative Secretary Nadia Abdallah urged the youth and aspiring artists to use their talents to bring hope, inspiration and promote moral and national values.
Mukiwa na muziki zenu, mukiwa mnafanya video zenu, mukiwa mnaongea na wenzenu, jaribuni sana kuweza kuweka vitu ambavyo vitasaidia jamii yenu.
Studio itatoa nafasi kwa yeyote yule msanii, mwimbaji ambaye akona kipawa kwa upande wa ubunifu. Iwe ni vichekesho, iwe ni filamu, iwe ni drama, iwe ni muziki. Na si hapa Kitui Central peke yake. Naomba county government, national government wafanye kile wanaweza kumobilize youth ambao wako kule vijijini, ambao wako na vipawa, wajitokeze ili waweze kufaidi.
Nadia said the government is committed to support the creatives in all the 47 counties to create space for the artists to showcase their talents for job creation in line with the Big Four agenda.
But you have the national government, you have KBC, you have Kenya Film Classification Board, you have Kenya Film Commission, you have the county government. Take opportunity, muone vipi, do extensive research and try to find out how you can be better. Use values.
Tunataka kuhakikishia na tunataka kuencourage mtumie facility vizuri.
On his part, Kenya Film Classification Board CEO Dr. Ezekiel Mutua observed that the board is keen to promote youth talents and will support the clean content campaign.
To ensure that we make money out of this content, I'm appealing to you. Ile nyimbo ambayo ama content itatengenezwa, naomba iwe ni content ya kuimarisha utamaduni wetu, mila zetu na kuinua tabia nzuri katika jamii, sio kuharibu.
The Kitui facility launch comes a few days after the government launched the Muranga Studio Mashinani project on Wednesday this week. For Channel 1 News, I'm Ben Troy Njue.
And still in the region, residents of Banyanyoni and Majengo areas in the outskirts of Kitui town staged a peaceful demonstration to protest what they termed as an impending forceful eviction. The residents said they will disregard an eviction notice and vow to stay put until they are fully compensated on what they claimed as their ancestral land.
Over 50 families from Manyenyoni and Majengo areas of Kitui town, where the Kitui-Kibwezi Road bypass traverses, staged peaceful demonstrations to protest an imminent eviction and delayed compensation for land. Speaking at Kalundu Bridge, the locals vowed not to vacate their ancestral land until the state compensates them fully.
Katiba yetu inasema wazi kwamba kama mahali pa mtu panachukuliwa kwa lazima alipwe haraka iwezekanavyo kabla ya mahali pale kuchukuliwa.
Hii ni blood zetu. Mtu anapata na hapa ndio tunaishi na hapa ndio tunategemea, especially mimi ni kiwete na naona ngisumbuliwa.
This as they received a 15-day eviction notice from the National Land Commission requiring them to vacate their homes to pave way for roadworks which stalled late last year due to compensation row.
Na sasa tulipata barua tukipatiwa 15 days. Tuwe nyumba yetu tunafomoa na tunatoka. Tunashangaa. Nifomolewa nyumba, mimi ndaenda wapi?
Na sisi tumeamua kwamba kwa vile hatuna mahali pengine pa kwenda, sisi hatung'atuki kutoka mahali hapa mpaka tulipwe.
Some residents who live with physical disability termed the move by the National Land Commission to encroach on their legally owned land as an act of impunity and blamed the elected leaders for neglecting them at the hour of need. Kitui County Commissioner John Ondengo, however, denied claims by the locals that the state was planning to forcibly possess the disputed tract of land.
National Land Commission is preparing for compensation. But meanwhile, we cannot wait for that because the contractor's time is almost up.
The residents vowed to stay put until their grievances are addressed.
A cleric in Kiambu is urging business community in the area to support the ban on the sale of alcoholic drinks by Governor James Nyoro. Reverend David Ngare, who also serves as an advisor to the governor, said the move should not be viewed negatively but be supported by all to help fight the coronavirus pandemic in a county that is now ranked third in confirmed cases across the country.
Kiambu County ban on alcohol businesses has brought mixed reactions. As the county embarks on taking up precautionary measures to reduce the spread of COVID-19, Kiambu County Government Advisor Reverend David Ngare has urged people to follow the directives to reduce the spread of the virus.
Mahara ambapo watu wanauza pombe na hawana license. Ni vizuri watu wa Kiambu wamshike Governor Nyoro vizuri sana. Kuna wale watu wanauza pombe illegally. Na hiyo ndio kazi ambayo Bwana Nyoro anapigana nayo.
He said the county boss is in talks with alcohol sellers to come up with amicable solutions, but people should first think of lives instead of profits.
Sisi watu wa kanisa tumevumilia kabisa, na nyinyi pia tunawaomba mvumilie mpaka wakati tutaona hazard za corona zimepungua. Na kwa hivyo hakuna mtu ako na haja ya kufuga biashara ya mtu mwingine. Governor Nyoro anaketi chini na wale ambao ni wauzaji harari wa hizo rika.
Ngare said the church should be in the front line to inform the public to observe measures put in place to help fight the pandemic. The clergy urged well-wishers to chip in and help donate food to the needy families within the county to caution them from the effects of the pandemic.
Tourists have begun trickling into the Masai Mara Game Reserve in Nairobi County to witness the annual wildebeest migration after KBC Channel 1 highlighted the breathtaking spectacle. Dubbed the eighth wonder of the world, the migration of the wildebeest from Serengeti in Tanzania to the Masai Mara in Kenya is taking place at a time the tourism industry has been crippled by the coronavirus pandemic.
Wildebeest crossed the Mara River from the Serengeti National Reserve in Tanzania to the Masai Mara National Game Reserve in Kenya in search of greener pastures. The annual spectacle, which routinely attracts thousands of tourists, has been met with less excitement this year due to COVID-19. A few tourists have, however, braved the pandemic to witness the spectacle.
This is the first time in my life I see us crossing. Can you imagine? Look at the color of them, really, and it's the first time.
Sometime last year, this place was abuzz with activity as tourists, both local and international, flock the Mara to have a feel of the eighth wonder of the world.
I definitely recommend other people, when you have the chance now, to come to the Masai Mara, because it's very quiet. So it's especially good for domestic tourism. Many people that I know from Nairobi left the country and went back to Europe and the US, and we decided to stay in Kenya, and actually it's working out very well for us.
The county government says it is doing everything possible to shield the Mara from the effects of COVID-19 and help save thousands of livelihoods negatively impacted by the pandemic.
Tourism is a critical contributor to the economic well-being of our county. A city is a major economic engine to the overall Kenyan economy. The tourism industry has been the worst affected of all the major economic sectors due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
We also want the government to actually bring this testing service closer to the people. There are probably about 4 gates here, which you must go through to get into the park, or 5. Is it possible we can have testing facilities in these gates?
But with the spiraling COVID-19 statistics, uncertainty still hangs above Kenya's tourism industry.
You're watching Channel 1 Lunchtime News. A quick break here. Don't go anywhere. And plus, of course, you can continue engaging with us on social media. Facebook, KBC Channel 1, on Twitter at KBC Channel 1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more, like serving up your best, eating together, and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted and always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
They were bent on defending their title in the 1998 FIFA World Cup finals, but it was not to be.
3 minutes of stoppage time already.
As Zinedine Zidane went riot over the Samba Boys of Brazil.
Into the goal! France has taken the lead! France has taken the lead!
Watch this epic match this Saturday at 5 p.m. only on KBC Channel 1 as we take the international lane this time round. On the next episode.
What did she tell you? She showed no mercy. Ramon is going to prison. Oh, no, that's not possible. Mr. Pedro. Mr. Pedro, can you please talk to her?
No, I don't think it's a really good idea. Once the process is up and running, I will prove to the jury that she has lied from the start, and that this whole thing is nothing but a drama organized by her. Mother.
My son.
In love with Ramon.
Yes, very good column, sir. It really helped me understand my parents. What else can I do for you? I'd like to see your daughter, sir. Jane! Actually, I'm here for Kara. Nice to meet you, Marty. Come back in 2 years.
Dad?
There goes Jane's college education. There goes Kara's.
What about mine?
Oh, you're good. Oh, no, wait. There it goes.
I'm looking for a book.
This is actually quite the page turner there. I met somebody, and she's really something.
Dan, this is my girlfriend, Annie. And, Annie, this is my brother, Dan.
I find myself thinking about you. I am going to focus all of my thoughts on your flaws.
Oh, sorry. Are you taking a shower?
Yes. I went a little nutty, got a little stupid.
Honey, you've made some mistakes.
So many.
Just go now. Okay, stop, break. Oh! Sorry, student driver.
Dan in real life.
Welcome back to the program. The National Irrigation Authority is implementing household water harvesting irrigation program by constructing small water pans for free to individual farmers in various counties across the country. National Irrigation Authority Chief Executive Officer Gitonga Mugambi says the main objective of the project is to harvest surface runoff to help farmers carry out supplementary irrigation activities throughout the year instead of waiting for the unpredictable rains.
In the project rolled out across all the 47 counties, the small water pans are expected to boost irrigation and food security as farmers can draw water for irrigation and for animals. With over 2,000 water pans already completed and being used by the farmers, National Irrigation Authority Chief Executive Officer Gitonga Mugambi says the exercise is free of charge and is aimed at enhancing food security.
No Kenyan is supposed to pay for this. All what we are telling the farmers, for you as a farmer, you need to fence these water pans once it has been provided to you. Once we have identified that, then what we do is that every farmer there is requested if he's interested. And all those who are interested within that vicinity, neighbor to neighbor, we don't bypass anybody. Neighbor to neighbor is provided until when the resources meant for that village are exhausted.
Mugambi says the National Irrigation Authority is working closely with the county government to identify priority areas within counties that are more deserving.
The demand is very high, and what we are doing is that we are working with the local leadership. We are working with the area MCA, we are working with the area MPs, and also the county government to identify an area within a ward of a county.
Once identified, farmers are required to fence the water pans after completion and put the water into use.
What we are doing is that we are hiring this machinery from the Kenyans. They are contractors. We are contracting to do this work for these communities. And at the same time also, we are telling the farmer, or the requirement of the farmer is to make sure he has used this water, or the family has used this water to irrigate some piece of land for their own food.
Boniface Mwanza and Stephen Minor are some of the beneficiaries of the project. They say they have changed their lives after investing in irrigation.
Kazi yangu sasa ni kulima venye nimepata maji. Mbeleni tulikuwa hatulimi ndio kukosa maji.
My youth wengi hawakuwa na job. But after the water pans, my youth wengi wame benefit.
Nilikuwa naendea maji mahali mbali ama kwa mto ya kufua. But for now, mimi naweza sema imenisaidia sana, manake siendangi kuchota maji ya kufua, natumia hiyo.
It has really helped me because I've been able to irrigate these pineapples you see here. They have changed my life.
Niko na greens, kunde ziko, niko na miwa, niko na ndizi, avocado nimepanda. So naona in future itanisaidia sana, hata kuliko vile imenisaidia sahi.
Ben Chumba, reporting for Channel 1 News.
Let's now cross over to Mombasa County, where our reporter Juni Karisa is standing by. She's in Kiembeni, where some 2,000 families have been given an eviction notice. It is good to see you, Juni. Please do update us.
Good afternoon, Edward Kabasa. I'm in Kiembeni, where over 2,000 families risk losing their property after an eviction notice that they were given for 3 months. They're supposed to leave this over 100-acre piece of land. Now they say this is a community land and they shouldn't go away. Apparently, a private developer has said that it is he has claimed ownership of this particular piece of land. Let me just engage one of the residents. Just give us a brief because there was a scuffle between the police and these protesters just a few hours ago. Karibu sana Isaac, tueleze tu imekuwaje asubuhi na hii shida ilianza tangu lini?
Kwa ufupi, mimi ningependa kupeleka ujumbe huu kwa rais wangu wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, kwa sababu nilimchagua ili anitetee haki yangu na familia yangu na watu wangu wote. Sisi tumeanza kuishi hapa mababu zetu kuanzia mwaka wa 1940s. Ndio mababu zetu waliingia hapa na wakaanza kuishi hapa. Hapa ni mahali tuna makaburi paka ya babu zetu. Huyu bwana anaitwa Zumzum, ni Mwethiopia. Hata si Mkenya. mtu mmoja kwa hekari hizi zote 100 amekuja akiwa akisumbua babu zetu vile anavyosumbua hichi kizazi chetu sasa hivi. Ametupeleka kotini akaeka majina tofauti, lakini plot namba ilikuwa ni yetu, na tukapata siri, sisi tukaenda kotini na tukaingia ndani ya ile kesi. Hivi kesi imeanza toka mwaka juzi na mpaka sasa hivi tunaenda kotini tukiendelea na ile kesi. Tunashangaa, tumekuja tukaona eviction zinabandikwa kuanzia juzi, imebandikwa ya kwanza, leo ni ya pili imebandikwa pia, tumeenda tukaitoa. Utaekiwaje eviction kabla hujapatiwa kotoda kwanza? Kwa hivyo sisi mrais wetu tunakuomba, kama vile tulivyokuchagua, na wewe chagua kuingia ndani ya hili jambo, ujue undani wake uko wapi. Maana hapa hatujaona mbunge wetu toka eviction imeanza kuwekwa, hatujaona chochote serikali inachokifanya. Kwa hivyo rais, na kuhakikishia kuna jambo ambalo linaendelea hapa ndani, na sisi mafamilia karibia 2000 tutaumia kwa sababu ya kuchagua wewe kuwa rais wetu, kama hawa watakuja kutuvunjia tarehe 21 mwezi wa 10. Na kuomba bwana rais, tena na kuomba sana, hatuna kosa lolote, sisi tuko Kenya, hatuko Ethiopia. Muethiopia anataka kututoa Kenya, tuende wapi sisi? Ndio swali nakuuliza bwana rais.
There are over 2,000 families, Edward Kabasa, living in this 100-acre piece of land. They have been given 3 months to vacate from this particular area. If just my cameraman can quickly pan for you, just to show you the vast extent of this particular piece of land. These families have been living here, they say, from 1940, and they are seeking justice because they say that they have been here for a very long time. So this is an ongoing, of course, court tussle, but of course we'll be engaging with the residents. Earlier on, the police were engaging in running battles with these particular residents just so that they can fight for their rights. So we'll be, of course, updating you at the top of the hour on this developing story. Back to you, Edward Kabasa, in studio.
Juni Karisa reporting live from Mombasa County, that is from Kiembeni. Let us take a look at some sports news now, where Paris Saint-Germain overcame an injury to Kylian Mbappe to beat 10-man Saint-Etienne by a solitary goal and win the French Cup in a game for which some fans were allowed into the Stade de France. This was the first time, or the first game in France after the league was ended in April because of the coronavirus outbreak. Neymar opened the scoring in a furious first half in which Loic Perrin was sent off for a bad challenge on Mbappe. It prompted a melee on the pitch before the injured Mbappe had to go off. The France forward left the pitch in tears and later returned to the dugout on crutches. He will be a serious doubt for PSG's Champions League quarter-final with Atlanta next month. Well, that does it for us for this edition of Channel 1 Lunchtime News. And just a quick one, in a couple of minutes, though, the legendary broadcaster Edward Kadilo will be retiring from KBC. Of course, it has been an illustrious career. So many people, including myself, have really looked up to him, and having experienced working with the man, I can tell you that it has been a great blessing, not just for me, but for my colleagues in the industry. We do thank you very much for keeping us company always. KBC Channel 1. My name is Edward Kabasa. Our sign language interpreter this afternoon was Byron Abuli. Have yourself a very wonderful afternoon ahead.
Beauty College.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College, with branches in Nairobi, Eldoret, Thika, and Meru. Did you know that we are a TVET-approved institution? We offer courses in fashion design, interior design in soft furnishing, event decoration, flower arrangement, event planning, hairdressing, barbering and dreadlocks, beauty therapy, makeup, nail technology, spa massages, teaching skills, TOT, solo business management, and many more. Register now and visit our website on www.verabeautycollege.com. You can also call on 0725 923 550 Nairobi branch, 0728 087 689 Eldoret branch, 0722 227428 Thika branch, 0725 000 706 Meru branch. Vera Beauty and Fashion College, a TVET approved institution.
Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko was elected into office in August 2017. Since then, Nairobi City County has transformed with dozens of development projects implemented while others are still being finalized. Among the top sectors that have seen tremendous changes since Sonko assumed office include improved road network in all the 85 city wards, upgraded health facilities, free early childhood development education programs, together with free milk for ECDE centers, massive investment in sports infrastructure, the beautification program along major city streets, among others. In order to improve trade in the city, Sonko invested massively in the construction of markets. 5 new markets with the capacity to accommodate approximately 9,000 traders are to be opened by the county government by the end of the year. All the markets are well equipped with lockable stalls, generators, boreholes, eateries, parking spaces, underground water tank, CCTV cameras, among other modern facilities. This is the new Mwariro market located at Kariakoo, a market that will see over 500 traders settled in the next few years.
Hii soko ya Mwariro market kabla ijengwe ilikuwa ni kama dumping hall. Kuna time nilikuwa nauza chakula za manguruwe hapa. Watu walikuwa wananyongwa sana hapa. So hata kupata wateja wakati ilikuwa ni hard time. Lakini for now naona iko na geti mbili zimejengwa, kuna ma CCTV pia. Naona itakuwa ni poa kwa sababu kutakuwa kuna job mingi za mavijana. Vile imeundwa huku ndani imegawanishwa. At least Sonko amefanya kitu ya maana kwa sababu imegawa, utakuta kuna wale kidogo watu wa kuuza nguo, floor ya chini kuna watu wa kuuza vitu mingi. Yaani Sonko ameitengeneza ni soko modern.
Kwa majina naitwa Charlie Adhiambo. Mimi nilikuwa mfanyikazi mmoja hapa kwa hii soko. Nilikuwa nauza nyanya na vitunguu. Nairobi County, at least saa hii naona huku kumekuwa kupoa. Naona hata tumejengewa kuko smart. Kuna parking, at least hata kanyanga matope hatutavaa gumboot. At least hata sisi tukitoka hata kwa tunaitwa mama wa soko, unatoka kama unajulikana unaenda at least kazi poa.
The problem that hindered the construction of various markets that were being financed by the World Bank in partnership with the county government of Nairobi and the national government, all the spaces were grabbed due to corruption, due to land grabbing, which was rampant. Mwariro market space was being owned by the county government of Nairobi. Unfortunately, the project never kicked off or never started in 2013 because this land was not available. It was being held by private, greedy land grabbers who went to court, obtained some court orders giving them possession of the land. We just told the World Bank, give us some duration of time to see if we can repossess these market spaces. I'm happy to report to the general public that we were successful in repossessing this land earmarked for construction of Mwariro market.
Because I think your donation of 620 million, and then the county approved some 326 million. So we really appreciate So we're just waiting for the other remaining phases so that we complete this important projects.
Speaking of the market, thank you very much for your support to Mariro market, and now I think I understand we are free of any bottlenecks.
Yes.
So big appreciation for your efforts and support.
The World Bank were about to withdraw their funds. We appealed to them to give us more time as we study these files. And I remember one morning when I was in the office around 4 a.m., I managed to study the list that was given to the grabber of this public utility. As I was perusing the lease document, I realized that the lease, which was executed in 2016, this Mariro market space was leased to a company called Wema Foundation Trust. But going to the last page, I realized that the lease was signed by the former mayor of Nairobi. And I asked myself, this lease was executed in 2016. 2016, Nairobi didn't have a mayor, didn't have a town clerk, but Nairobi had a governor and his deputy. So I decided to rush to court. In fact, I rushed to the chambers of the judge who had issued the order to the grabbers. I explained to him, showed him the lease, that this is illegal because in 2016 we didn't have a mayor, we didn't have a town clerk. So this is a fraudulent lease and this order is wrongly awarded. So the judge was very cooperative, told us just go and bring an application and we set the order aside. That is what we exactly did. Our lawyer on record that time was Harrison Kinyanjui. We prepared a good application, went to court, and that order was set aside.
On the other side in Embakasi West Sub-County, the new Wakulima market is now 100% done. The fresh produce market is expected to accommodate more than 3,000 traders.
Na sasa ile kitu iko, sisi tunafurahia kutuletea maendeleo ya market. Mahali hapa tumekaa tukiwa watu ambaye wako nyuma wamesahaulika. Hapa ilikuwa ni msituni kwa makonge hapa. Na hii yote tunasema hongera kwa serikali yetu ya county, na tunaonelea hii soko wakati itafunguliwa italeta maendeleo kwetu.
I also wish to report that we also gave or allocated 800 billion Kenya shillings to Kura in partnership and commencing of various projects within Eastlands and Nairobi City County.
Another market that has been constructed under the leadership of His Excellency Governor Sonko is a new Karandini market in Dagoretti North Sub-County. The market is ready for occupation.
Tumefurahi, hakuna siku tatizo yote tumekuwa nayo. Tukiwa na MCS wetu tunaendesha vizuri na gavana wetu ako nyuma yetu. Tulipo wakati ya kusifti hapa tulipangiliwa, kulikuwa na mpangilio mzuri sana sababu walikuja kwanza wakachukua wale watu wote wenye soko. Actually hata wale walikuwa tumekodeshwa na wengine, they were being considered, na wakati tukatolewa hapa mpangilio mzuri tukapelekwa kule hii temporary na tukawa allocated.
We are very grateful because Honorable Sonko, with his good relationship with World Bank, they were able to give us funds to construct this wonderful facility. And it has come at a wonderful time because really, in this manner in which it is now organized, it has also developed our town.
This market never kicked off or never started in 2013 because of bad leadership. There was a lot of politics on the ground. Traders were being incited by politicians. I mean, they refused to allow these important markets or public utilities to be constructed. I remember our first month in office, we reached out to the traders, summoned them to our offices, made them understand the importance of this important market. Once it's constructed, it's going to benefit them. There's a lot of resistance, but we managed to convince the stall holders, people who are doing business in the previous market. We identified them, we have a data of all the traders. There were more than 235. We took their data, agreed with them. After taking the data, we decided to compensate each trader so that we may relocate them to a different site. We identified another space, the county depot, Dagoretti, whereby we constructed temporary modern stalls for them as a relocation site. So this is the statement from the county government of Nairobi, payment generation report from our county government account, cooperative bank, whereby we paid each and every trader. Total of this was 14 million from the county account, county government account of Nairobi. Compensated the traders. So the traders accepted to go to the new relocation site that was constructed by the county in conjunction with the World Bank. They are now there, and they were monitoring even the construction of the market. We had a very good committee that was cooperating with us, cooperating with the World Bank and national government. Also, Engineer Njenga from the national government played a very important role.
We are now coming to a close of NAMSI, and the budget exhausted. Or is not lost. We know this much that we'd like to do for Nairobi City County. That is our city. But I would wish the executive now to package the request, because we are likely to get what we are calling NAMSI 2.
The county government constructed another market fully funded by the county government in City Park Market, Parklands, Westlands constituency, which is 85% complete. We are also in the process of repossessing or acquiring our land in Mugumoini Market, Langata constituency. My administration, within my time, Nairobi has seen the expansion of markets in the trade industry. We now have more than 6 markets in a duration of less than 3 years. Mariro Market, Kinandini Market, Westlands Market, Kangondo Road Wakulima Market, the City Park Market in Westlands, and other markets that are coming up in Nairobi through our able leadership and the partnership between us and the World Bank and the national government.
In a bid to create jobs for Nairobi residents, the Sonko administration has embarked on implementing the Big Four agenda through its initiative in establishing a common leather manufacturing facility at Kariakor in collaboration with the Kenya Leather Development Council. Once complete, the market will be equipped with modern machinery and equipment that will mechanize production of quality shoes that meet international standards. This will boost Kariakor shoes market penetration into the global market. The facility is expected to have an average annual production growth from the current 2 million shoes to 10 million shoes. This will increase traders' annual incomes to more than 1 billion shillings annually by the year 2022.
We are happy for the governor and the county government because they have brought modern machines. We will be able to compete with China, Ethiopia at the same wavelength. What we've been lacking has just been brought here, machines. Now with the machines now, we're going to have very fine shoes competitively and volume-wise also. We'll be able to produce them in a bigger volume.
The market currently employs about 1,000 people, which is now expected to grow tenfold to 10,000 in 3 years, both directly and indirectly through subsidiary jobs.
This is a great day for us as Kenya Leather Development Council and the Nairobi City County Government under your leadership. Your Excellency, we have come